Before you watch this, every single execution on this list was legal, ordered by a government, carried out in public. And in one case, the death toll is so high that historians still can't agree on the real number because there was simply no way to count the bodies fast enough. Today, we're counting down the 5 deadliest mass executions ever recorded in human history. And trust me, the last one isn't even close. Stay till the end, because number 2 involves an entire river, and number 1 is an event most people have never even heard of. If you enjoy dark history and fascinating true stories, make sure to subscribe. Now, let's begin. Number 5. The Mankato Hanging, 1862. Compared to what's coming, this one might seem small, just 38 people, but it remains the largest single-day mass execution in United States history. After the U.S. Dakota War of 1862, more than 300 Dakota men were placed on trial. Many of those trials lasted less than 5 minutes. In the end, 303 men were sentenced to death. President Abraham Lincoln personally reviewed every case. After going through the evidence, he reduced the number to 39. One man received a last-minute reprieve. On the 26th of December, 1862, a massive wooden scaffold was built in Mankato, Minnesota. 38 men stood together beneath the gallows. At the same signal, the supports were released, and all 38 were executed simultaneously in front of nearly 4,000 spectators. Witnesses later recalled that many of the condemned called out their own names in their native language during their final moments, saying, "I'm here, I'm here." But here's what many history videos leave out. The executions were only part of the tragedy. More than 1,700 Dakota people, mostly women, children, and elderly people who had never been charged with any crime, were forced into an internment camp. During the harsh winter, hundreds more died from disease and starvation. The official number on this list counts only those executed on the gallows. The real human cost was far greater. Number 4. Saudi Arabia's mass execution, 2016. This next event proves that mass executions aren't just ancient history. On the 2nd of January 2016, Saudi Arabia carried out the execution of 47 men in a single day, the country's largest mass execution since 1980. The executions took place across 12 different provinces at nearly the same time. Most of the prisoners were executed by beheading, while several others faced firing squads. Among them was a well-known Shia cleric whose death immediately sparked protests across the Middle East and triggered a major diplomatic crisis. What makes this event especially different is that it happened during the smartphone era. Unlike the older events on this list, this execution wasn't reconstructed from ancient writings or eyewitness diaries. It was documented through modern news agencies, official government statements, United Nations reports, and international media coverage. Sometimes history doesn't feel distant at all. Number 3. The Katyn Forest massacre, 1940. This wasn't simply an execution. It became one of the greatest cover-ups in modern history. In 1940, Stalin's secret police, known as the NKVD, received orders from the Soviet leadership to execute approximately 22,000 Polish military officers, police officers, professors, doctors, lawyers, and other educated civilians. These weren't soldiers dying on the battlefield. They were prisoners who had already surrendered. Groups of prisoners were transported to forests and prison basements throughout Soviet-controlled territory. One after another, they were executed and buried in mass graves. In Katyn Forest alone, historians estimate that around 250 to 300 people were killed every day for weeks. But the executions weren't the end of the story. When Nazi Germany discovered the graves in 1943, the Soviet Union blamed the Nazis for the massacre. For almost 50 years, that remained the official Soviet position. Only in 1990 did Moscow finally admit responsibility. Imagine spending half your life not knowing who actually killed your father, your brother, or your son. That's exactly what happened to thousands of families. Number 2. The Reign of Terror, 1793-1794. Most people know the French Revolution because of one machine, the guillotine. During the Reign of Terror, Around 17,000 people were officially executed by guillotine across France in less than 1 year. In Paris, the blade sometimes fell so quickly that more than 70 people were executed within a single hour. But surprisingly, the guillotine wasn't even the deadliest part. In the city of Nantes, revolutionary official Jean-Baptiste Carrier decided executions were taking too long. Instead of trials, prisoners were loaded onto boats fitted with trapdoor bottoms. The boats were taken into the middle of the Loire River before being deliberately sunk. Carrier even referred to these drownings as the national bathtub. No one knows exactly how many people died. Some historians estimate fewer than 2,000. Others believe the true number exceeded 10,000. The executions often happened at night, specifically to avoid witnesses and accurate records. When historians combine the guillotine executions, the drownings, mass shootings, and deaths inside overcrowded prisons, estimates for the Reign of Terror range between 25,000 and 40,000 deaths. All of it happened within a single year. In the name of liberty, equality, and fraternity. Number 1. The Great Temple dedication of Tenochtitlan, 1487. Now we arrive at number 1. And this event exists on an entirely different scale. In 1487, the Aztec Emperor Ahuitzotl completed the rebuilding of the Great Temple in Tenochtitlan. To dedicate the temple, enormous numbers of prisoners of war were brought to the city. According to historical accounts, they stood in 4 enormous lines, stretching for miles toward the temple. For 4 straight days, ceremonies continued almost without interruption. But here's where history becomes incredibly controversial. Some Spanish chroniclers claimed that as many as 80,000 people died during the dedication ceremony. If that number were true, it would require roughly 14 sacrifices every single minute for 4 continuous days. Most modern historians believe that simply wasn't physically possible. Other historical sources suggest the true figure was closer to 4,000. Many modern researchers settle somewhere in the middle, commonly estimating around 20,000 deaths. Whatever the exact number may have been, even the lowest serious estimates place this event among the largest mass execution ceremonies ever recorded. And if the higher estimates are anywhere close to reality, it may represent the deadliest organized execution event in human history. History isn't just about wars. Sometimes governments, revolutions, or religious ceremonies became the deadliest killing machines of all. From a snowy gallows in Minnesota, to a river in France, to an ancient pyramid where historians still debate impossible numbers. These events remind us how terrifying organized power can become. Which one shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoy dark history explained through simple animations, subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.